My oh my, how the last 7 years have just flown by. I still remember it like it was yesterday when I picked up my PlayStation 4 on launch day with Killzone Shadowfall, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. I think I had Call of Duty Ghosts in there, Need for Speed Rivals, and I feel like I had Battlefield 4 as well. I want to say that was my launch pickup on the PlayStation 4. Now tomorrow we are headed into a new generation. Of course, the Series X launched yesterday, sold out everywhere. PlayStation 5 out tomorrow, sold out everywhere. Read the comments section, and I know a lot of you guys are incredibly excited. I did a video talking about how some of you guys, maybe it's the best idea to wait, and a lot of you guys just completely crapped all over me, and we're like, yo, I can barely wait 2 weeks. You think I'm gonna wait a year for this thing? And I get it. I'm excited. You guys are excited. Want to highlight 8 PlayStation 5 titles that are dropping tomorrow. These are games that I am personally picking up. Some of them I were on the fence on, but hey, guess what? I gotta cover these games on the channel anyway. When they go on sale, I like to talk about them. I like to have an idea about them. Some of them I was going to wait on and then pick them up down the line on a sale. But thankfully, Target came in clutch, and I was able to get some of those games that I was on the fence about, and I was able to get those on a discount. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Got 6 games that everybody's kind of aware about, and then 2 games that are a little bit more fringe titles, so we'll go over those at the end. But first of all, of course, Demon's Souls Remake is the game that everybody's looking forward to. I'm not even the biggest fan of the Souls franchise, as you guys might know, but I'm incredibly excited about this game. I played Demon's Souls back in 2009, and I remember enjoying the game, but I also remember it being relatively janky. This stage of the game in 2020, people look back at Demon's Souls and it is an incredibly iconic game, but the idea of Bluepoint Games modernizing the title for a 2020 audience, that has me excited, and already seeing the gameplay in motion, seeing how fluid it is, has me so stoked to go back and play this one. Am I going to rage? Yes. Am I going to die a lot? Probably. I'm not the best at the Souls games. I died a lot in Bloodborne. I died a lot in Sekiro. I died a lot in Demon's Souls 1 to 3. I died a lot in Dark Souls when I was still in high school back in 2009, but yeah. Excited to give this remake a go. It'll be exciting to also see if Bluepoint added anything. I mean, they have definitely deepened the customization options, but in terms of content, we're still left in the dark a little bit as far as if it's extending the experience, if it's the fundamental Demon's Souls experience that we know and love. A lot of it obviously is going to remain the same. It is a remake at the end of the day, but really excited to go into this one. Next up, also super excited for Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I know I crap on Assassin's Creed sometimes since the shift to Origins and Odyssey, and I know you guys love Origins and Odyssey. There's a lot of people that really enjoy those styles of games. I was originally going to skip on AC Valhalla, and then Target had to come in clutch with a buy 2 get 1 free sale. Ended up getting AC Valhalla, Godfall, and Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, which won't be out until the 13th, this Friday, for the price of 2 games. So I was like, okay, they won me over. I'll get Valhalla for free. Let's try out Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Look, the reviews are coming in, and they're looking quite positive, so I love the setting of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I love the look of the game. I'm just hoping it's not quite as grindy as the previous Assassin's Creed games, and I will be a happy camper. I know a lot of you guys will say Origin and Odyssey were not grindy titles, but guys, there's a double XP boost as a microtransaction in the game. Why would there be a double XP boost as a microtransaction if, you know, there wasn't a level of grind to the game? I wanted to naturally play through those games in single player, and I know a lot of you guys like to, you know, delve out and do all of the side quests and everything like that. I got a lot of games to play, so I like to, you know, there are a few games that I want to platinum and do everything, but I can't absolutely do that for everything, and Valhalla is one of those games that I'm hoping I can play, hoping I can really enjoy. It seems like the upgrades on next generation are going to be fantastic. To play this game at 60 frames per second is going to be great, and I'm excited to delve into it. Was gonna wait on a sale for this one, but they got me with the Target buy 2 get 1, so I'm excited to give this one a go. Godfall was another game that I wasn't sure about picking up, but again, with that buy 2 get 1 free, I was like, hey, let's give Godfall a shot. It's coming from Epic Games, Counterplay Games, Counterlogic Games, a new studio. The game isn't looking like it's going to be for everyone. A lot of people are a little bit mixed on it, but I am, you know, cautiously optimistic about Godfall. Whenever a new IP is released, I want it to do well. I think gaming needs consistently new IPs to breathe fresh air into the gaming space, and Godfall looks like a good game. Man, from a visual standpoint, the game does look really good. It'll be interesting to see how it is realized on the PlayStation 5 in real time, and once I see the game in motion, then I'll get an idea of how the game actually looks, because obviously the game is releasing on PC. This is going to be a console exclusive for 6 months, I believe. It will ultimately be released on Xbox Series. Come on, we're moving to the next generation. Going to be a little bit of a transition process to remember saying the next generation platform. Nevertheless, excited to see Godfall, and I want the game to be as great as possible. Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales, probably going to be the marquee PlayStation 5 launch game for a lot of people. I know I say Demon's Souls, but Spider-Man at the end of the day just has way more brand appeal than Souls does. I don't think that's way too far of a stretch to say that. There's a reason why Sony is in fact releasing it as a cross-generation game, because there's a lot of people that on the PlayStation 4, they're gonna buy this game, and I imagine it's gonna sell really, really well. Got the Ultimate Edition pre-ordered, want to play through Spider-Man. Again, it's got a separate set of trophies. And I love Spider-Man. I know it wasn't a perfect game, but Spider-Man is one of my favorite superheroes. It's like Spider-Man and Batman are probably my top two. And yes, while it's not a full-fledged brand new game in the sense that it's not going to be, you know, a 20-25 hour experience, it still should be a lengthy enough experience where I can sink my teeth into it and I can have a good time with it. And then, again, with the Ultimate Edition, I can go back, play Spider-Man, play the DLC of that game as well, so that'll be some fun. Next up, Sackboy: A Big Adventure. Really excited for this one. Another cross-gen title, but I am a big fan of Little Big Planet. I thought Sackboy was an awesome, you know, mascot for Sony that unfortunately went to the wayside for quite a while, but now is back with Sackboy: A Big Adventure, seemingly general platforming experience, which is absolutely fine. I'm all for good platformers on the PlayStation platforms. So Sackboy: A Big Adventure, definitely one that I'm looking forward to. I imagine that this is going to be a game that some people skip out on for a little while, maybe wait on a sale or something like that. As a $59.99 game, you know, maybe that's a little bit too pricey for some people, and, you know, with so many other games, you have to be a little bit selective with the games you are picking up. But Sackboy: A Big Adventure is one that I'm pretty excited for. Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition. This is one that I'm super stoked for. The retail version of this game won't be coming out until December 1st, so that is a little bit of a bummer. But Devil May Cry 5 upgraded for the PlayStation 5, and then also some additional content on top of that, and priced at $40, I think is pretty good. I love DMC5. I thought it was a great game, and to be able to play that game, I believe you can play it at 4K 60 FPS, is it? Or is it 4K 120 FPS? You could play it at a lot of frames per second, that's all I'm saying. And the game should look really good. You could also play it with ray tracing, but if you want to do 4K ray tracing, I believe it's like 30 FPS, and I would not want to play DMC5 at 30 FPS, even though I'm sure ray tracing is going to make the game look really, really good. At this stage of the game with the PlayStation 5, I really want to prioritize frame rate more than visuals. I mean, the games have been looking good for a long time. At this point, I want 60 FPS to become more of a standard in the games I play, and at the very least, just give me the option. That's all I ask for. For the people that want better visuals, go for the better visuals. I, for a long time, was a big visual guy. I've always been, give me the best graphics possible, and then it got to the point, okay, these games look great, they look fantastic. Now it's time where we do get these games playing at 60 FPS, because that's going to be the optimal experience. So those are the 6 big games that I'm sure you guys are aware about. 2 other ones that I want to quickly note. There's a bunch of other games that are coming up, but I just wanted to bring attention to the major titles. Pathless is coming from Annapurna Interactive and the developers of Abzu. Pathless is a mythic adventure of an archer and an eagle in a vast forest. Explore an open world and travel to a mystical island to dispel a curse of darkness that grips the world. Together with your eagle companion, discover the history of the island and fight epic battles to restore light to the land. Abzu was a fantastic game, a very sublime game and a very chill game. It wasn't one of those games that you had to be like super serious about. It was just a very relaxing experience. From a visual standpoint, I feel like the Pathless is offering a lot of those elements, but at the same time seems like it does have a little bit more focus in the gameplay and things of that nature, and more of a serious game, or a game that, you know, isn't going to be as relaxing of an experience. You know, I don't know that for a fact, but just based on the idea I'm getting off the images and the gameplay we've seen thus far. Looks like a very well-presented game. Excited to try this one out because Abzu was such a great title, so we'll see how that one turns out. And lastly, coming from Bloober Team, also want to give a shout to Observer System Redux. Observer was released on the PlayStation 4. This is an upgraded version of the game. Features some gameplay refinements and, of course, upgraded visuals. If you are a fan of that cyberpunk dystopian universe, Observer is a really, really interesting game. It's very much on the investigative style of gameplay, and, you know, it's not super action-oriented or anything like that, but it is a dark, dark game in terms of its atmosphere and its tonality. So if you're into experiences like that, I think Observer is going to be right up your alley. System Redux, I believe, was released on PC yesterday. Might also be on Xbox Series at this point, but it will be available on PlayStation 5 come launch day. So this is another one that's going to be a fringe title, maybe not one that you'll pick up at launch, but add it to your wish list. I know a lot of you guys missed out on Observer last generation, or I guess it would still be this generation until tomorrow, whatever you want to call it, on PlayStation 4. It's a game not a lot of people checked out, but I thought it was a really cool title, so keep it on your radar, and I'm sure it's going to look really good on the PlayStation 5. So that's going to conclude this video. One day away. This, I believe, is the first generational shift we are covering on this channel, so kind of a surreal time, in all honesty. PlayStation 5, I mean, people have been talking about it for a year and a half at this point, but tomorrow's the day where the public is going to get their hands on it. So let me know how you guys are celebrating tomorrow. Are you taking off work? Are you just getting home and you're just gonna, spam the thing? Are you taking off work Friday? Let me know what your guys' game plan is. What games are you picking up at launch? Super exciting time. And if you're not picking up launch day, don't worry. Come early 2021, I'm sure the stock is going to get replenished. Come late 2021, the game library is going to be stacked. So exciting next few years ahead. Hopefully, everything in the world kind of calms down as well. We get the development cycle of games back on track, and hopefully 2021 is a much better year than 2020, and we can all celebrate with a PlayStation 5. So that's going to wrap up this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.